Art of the National Parks, Albuquerque artist and author Terry Lawson Dunn features a collection of 70 painters and sculptors who offer distinct visions of the nation's most beloved wildlands. And Terry is joining me this morning along with Dave Simon, who is the executive director of the Jewish Community Center of Greater Albuquerque, to talk about an event y'all have coming up next week. So thank you guys for joining us. Really appreciate it. So I'm excited about this book. One of my favorite things to do is to take the kids to various national parks, Grand Canyon being one of them. Absolutely beautiful. So Terry, I'm wondering, what was the inspiration for this project?
Well, I had at some point become aware of an early connection between some of the artists that early artists in our country, Thomas Moran, Albert Bierstadt, some of the big names, traveling out on some of the expeditions that were exploring the West, and those images that they painted while they were in the West and after they returned to the East Coast ended up in reports that were sent to Congress about what they found in the West. And those pieces of artwork became the inspiration for establishing some of our early national parks. I had not seen a book that sort of compiled those images with the history. So as I looked around, didn't see it, I thought maybe I should approach a publisher with this idea, and that became this book.
And here we are. So what are some of the images that viewers will see in the book?
It ranges from very realistic paintings to some more abstract paintings in all mediums: pastel, watercolor, oil paints, also some sculptures. There's some of the historical paintings, but at some point we decided to also include a lot of artists that are currently painting the parks that had an early connection to the national parks and art. So there's a full range of types of images, all done beautifully, done on Italian paper and gorgeous color. And
that's great. So a bunch of mixed media, and that's great. So what are you hoping that readers and viewers of the artwork will take away from it?
I'll tell you, one thing that surprised me was that, of course, I knew that the artwork was going to be beautiful, but the artists themselves, in their bios and descriptions of what they're trying to do in this book, describe so eloquently the beautiful places that they're painting and what they hope for in terms of protection of the parks. So I'm hoping that readers will both see those images and read those things that the artists are saying and just feel a greater connection to these beautiful places.
Absolutely, yeah, because it is. I mean, these are our national parks, so that's great. So Dave, let's talk a little about this event that y'all are hosting, the National Parks Day at the Jewish Community Center.
Well, we're delighted to have Terry, who's a member of our JCC, appear at the JCC this Wednesday, the 23rd at 6 p.m. Terry's going to be talking about her book, but the other presenter is a gentleman by the name of David Nimkin, who's with the National Parks Conservation Association, which is the nation's largest citizen advocacy organization that works to protect the parks. So we're bringing together art and advocacy, and I think it's particularly timely since we just suffered through sort of a catastrophic, traumatic shutdown of our nation's patrimony last week, which is just terrible and unnecessary. But it just proved to underscore how important the parks are to us. And so the public is invited to come up to the JCC and learn about the art and learn about the issues facing the national parks on Wednesday.
That's great. So let's just get those details, make sure that everyone can get out there. Where and when is this event? What are the times?
Wednesday, October 23rd, 6 p.m. at the Jewish Community Center, 5520 Wyoming Northeast. You can get all the information at jccabq.org.
That's great. And as you see at the bottom of your screen, folks, this event is free. So you come out, you meet Terry. And Terry, if we can't make it to this event, but we want to pick up a copy of this book, how do we do so?
The book, happily, is just about everywhere. Good. Locally, you can get it at Page One. You can get it at Bookworks. You can get it at Barnes & Nobles. You can get it on Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com. So there's a number of places to get it.
That's great.
And there's 7 different covers.
Oh, wow.
For each of the parks that's in there. So
very cool.
Books the same on the inside.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Terry, Dave, thank you so much, and best of luck on the voyage of this book to the consumers. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.